We'd like to welcome Mr. K. Wright to our Stories project. Thank you.
No worries.
Can you please tell us who you are and who your mob is?
My name's Kane Wright from Western Sydney. I was from Lower Hawkesbury, the Bonnyrigg tribe.
Would you mind telling us a little about your family story and where you grew up?
Didn't actually find out I was Aboriginal until my nan passed away, so she withheld that from us all our lives because she believed there's a stigma attached to the obviously Aboriginal title. So when she passed away, I found all the documentation. I went to a lot of land councils, been continuously researching Aboriginal culture and where my grandfather actually grew up. He was actually in the army as well. So it's good to find out all the research and back there that last basically 26 years of my life.
You have had lots of time for the students at Bonnyrigg High School. Could you tell us about your involvement in our school community?
So since coming to the school 2.5 years ago now, basically being on the Aboriginal committee, so basically trying to get programs in boys group, men's group up as well, and obviously fitness and health. You know, I'm passionate about fitness and health, as well as being obviously a student advisor for the Aboriginal children in the school as well. I don't know, I think when I just left school and I found I was Aboriginal, I actually just pursued to go back into school. So I first went back into Plumpton High School as a Northern officer, so basically Aboriginal tutor. So I think just inspiring a student to begin with actually made me chase my dreams of actually becoming a teacher.
What are some of your greatest memories growing up as a young Aboriginal person?
Probably a lot of the school camps. When I was back in school, Plumpton High School, every term we had a camp for Aboriginal students. We went away, went up to Northern Territory, Yarbin festivals as well. Every year being involved with Yarbin festivals. And I think that transitioned into obviously university life as well, being on the Aboriginal committee throughout UWS and obviously running camps. Try and be like a role model for you guys as well. So you guys know you don't have to complete school to be successful. I dropped out in first day year 12, left when I was 17 to pursue a soccer career. Things didn't work out obviously, had a knee reconstruction. Still went on to personal training and now I'm here teaching it and trying to inspire Aboriginal students like yourself and ladies to actually pursue their dreams and goals.
How does your culture influence you as an individual and your place in society?
To be Aboriginal, you should be proud. A lot of people out there think, because I'm a white Aboriginal, don't be proud. Doesn't matter who you are, what skin colour. I think being Aboriginal is unique and we all have opportunities the same as every other Australian. So growing up, obviously, I think I tied a lot of my Aboriginal culture to sport. I use sport as a way to basically engage in my culture through Aboriginal sporting teams. Like last year, there was an Aboriginal inaugural soccer competition. So even moving from that, I've been selected for the Australian first ever Aboriginal soccer team, which is going to compete overseas next year. So I think just tying my culture to sport is the way I basically grew up and try to lead as a role model in the community.
How do you see your role as an ambassador for Aboriginal people in our local community?
I think it's just a strong male individual, Aboriginal individual in the school. I think before I came here, I don't think there's any male Aboriginal teachers in the school at all. So it's like being a role model for you guys to understand that nothing in life's going to be perfect for you guys. You obviously had hurdles to step over, but if you put your mind to it and you focus on things in life, you can actually succeed. So being at Bonnyrigg High School, I want to show you guys that it doesn't matter what you do in life, whatever your passion is, health, fitness, you've got to be comfortable in your own skin and be proud of your culture, and obviously from there you can be a role model for other generations to come as well. Asking older people, Aboriginal elders for advice, teachers for advice, no matter who they are, what culture they're from. We're all unique cultures, but we all come together as all Australians. I think you just got to pursue your dreams. That's the main thing. Pursue your dreams and follow your goals. And I think in the end, the main goal to be when you're alive is to be happy, and that's the main thing.
How do you feel about the representation of Aboriginal culture in Australia today?
So I think Aboriginal culture in Australia is just seen as a tagline now. It's the Aboriginal, that's it. But no one actually goes into the depth of actually researching the Aboriginal culture, why we're here, how we came about, the whole history. So I think it's about asking people and actually finding out about those cultures. Australia needs to actually understand and research a lot more, and there needs to be more programs put in place for actually wider Australians actually understand the Aboriginal term and Indigenous term in Australia. Because obviously Indigenous is just basically native to a land, while Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders is actually a culture. So I was thinking about people actually becoming more knowledgeable about the whole Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island topic, rather than just assuming it's a tagline that it's Aboriginal, don't worry about them. So that's the main thing I think.
Thank you so much for coming out, Mr. Wright. Just thanks for sharing your story with the Our Stories program. We really appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having me down, Robert. Considering me for this position. Thanks, mate.